Hi guys, welcome back. Today, I'm quite excited. Today we're going to be making our own wrapping paper. Now, what I need you to do is go into your bags and I want you to lift out, there's massive big bits of paper in your bag. And what we're going to do is we're going to decorate our own paper so we can wrap all our own presents, and that makes the wrapping paper really fun and unique to us. Alright, now what I've done, I've got myself a paintbrush, I've opened up some of the paints, and I've got myself some potatoes. Now, I'm sure if you run to the fridge now, you can find potatoes, but you can use anything. Butternut squash, you can use cucumber, anything at all, any fruits, anything, even polystyrene, and we can make our own paper. Now, we can also use the sticky paper, the glue, the buttons, or just draw on it. We can do all of those things, but what I'm going to do with my first one is I'm going to paint it. Now, I am going to paint my potato, and I'm going to paint my potato white, and you'll see why in a wee minute. So I've got my potato painted, and I'm going to pop a splodge there. Oh, maybe you can't see that. I'm maybe too far back. So I've got a wee splodge there. What I'll do is I'll do them up here as well. I've spilt my paint a wee bit over here. Oops. So be careful not to spill it. Put some newspaper down or something just in case. So I'm going to do it up here. There we go. I'll do another one there. So I've got quite a big potato here that I cut in half. I also got a wee smaller potato, and I cut just the wee, the wee tiny end of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it as well. And on top of the big one, I'm going to put a wee one. Now, there's a wee hole in the middle of that one, so I'm just going to paint it in. Now, can anybody guess what I'm going to be making with my potatoes? Anyone? It's white, and we only get it when it's really cold. And when we go outside, we make snowmen. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what my wrapping paper is going to be. It's going to be a snowman themed paper. So I'm just going to carry on painting across. And what we're going to have to do is, we might have to do one or two different bits, because what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to wait for this paint to dry. Oops. Before we can carry on with our redecoration. Hold on a second. Big squidge down. It's lots of fun. And if Mummy's really creative, she could get a wee knife and she could cut out some shapes in that too. So I'm going to place the big one to the side, and I'm going to pick up my wee one again, because this is his head. There we go. And another wee bit. Another one, and we would just continue with these the whole way down our page, and you can do it in any order or any shape that you want to. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this to dry, and then once we've dried it, I'm actually going to take my pens and I'm going to draw a wee hat onto my snowman. That. Okay, and I would do that all the way across for all my snowmen. Now, your hat can be any colour you want it to be, but I have chosen the colour black. So I've got a wee black hat. And what I would suggest is that you wait until it's totally dry. I'm obviously not going to sit here and talk for an hour waiting for mine to dry, so I'm just going to keep on ploughing forward. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get just, my sequins, and I'm going to open up my sequins here, and I'm going to empty a few out, and I noticed that there was a few wee circles, but you can use, in fact, do you know what else there is, which might be quite fun? There's some stars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some stars, and I'm just going to put the glue on it and pop the stars, throw me around, onto my snowman. And you can use any different colours. Can you see that? And so I've given him 2 stars. Now he's going to need a wee scarf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, I think I'll do my scarf. Oh, what colour will I do my scarf? I think I'll do my scarf red. I do like red. So I'm going to get my pen. And of course your paint is going to be dry because you'll have been very patient, whereas I'm not very patient at all. And I'm going to give my wee snowman a wee scarf like that. And it will, when the paint dries, I'll be able to colour all of that in red. But because it's still wet, I've not been very successful. And I will colour that all in. And then I'll do the same. I'll come across and I'll do all. Now this will take a wee bit of time, but it'll be quite good to do it over maybe 1 or 2 nights or whatever. And we'll do that and that. And again, you'll carry that on right across. And I'm going to give him a nose. And I'm going to use orange because usually a snowman has an orange carrot nose. So I'm going to give him a big orange carrot nose like that. And of course you might not be able to see it very well, but you will when I hold it up. Can you see his nose? Now, I also need to give him a couple of eyes. So I'll give him 2 big eyes. And I'll give him some big smiley lips. Now, it's not coming out again because I've not been patient. There we go. And again, I'll just carry that on, doing them the whole way across, giving him his wee smiley mouth. Until I've done them all, give him his orange nose, big orange nose. Now you could paint it all if you wanted, because you've got all the different colours in your paint. If you wanted to paint the whole thing, you could. And I'm just going to, I've got paint all over my hand. And so that will be how my paper will turn out when it's all finished. It's really cool, isn't it? So I'm going to put this one to the side and let him dry, which I should have done, and then I'll finish him off later. Now this is a different coloured paper, and this time, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull some of my stickers out. Now, I know you all got stickers too, and on this one is lots of stars, so I'm going to make this one really quite simple, and all I'm going to do is just pop all the different stars on like that, and I'm going to cover the whole bit of paper and do that. Now you can add some different wee bits and colours and all of that. So I've used all my stars here. So there we go. I'll just continue with it down. Now you guys can get really creative with it. And if you're doing a big parcel, what you could do is you could draw your picture, like one massive big picture on it. Or what you could do, which would be even more fun, would be take your paper and wrap your present, get it all sellotaped up, and then whenever you have the top, if it's a square or a rectangle or something, when you have the top, you can just colour in or draw a picture of your choice on the top, so whoever's getting the gift will be able to see your picture in full. So there we go, I'm nearly finished doing this, but it's lots of fun because it means whoever gets this paper, they're never going to have paper like it again, because this has been created just by you. There. Right, I'm going to just put that one there and that one there. And just to make it really different, I'm going to get, what colour will I use this time? I think I'll maybe use green. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to do some circles in between all of those. And I'll just work away at that. So you see what I mean? You can get as creative. And I'll just put a wee toty one in there. And then a wee one. And then a nice big one there. And another wee one. And really, I should have some Christmas music on. Have you been singing Christmas carols? You know, I watched my first Christmas movie last night and it was my favourite movie of all time. It was Elf. I do love it. He makes me laugh so much. And he goes, Santa, Santa, I know him. Have you seen it? It's the best Christmas movie ever. And there we go. I'll give you a wee look at this one. And there we go. Look at that. Can you see all the lovely wee swirls? So that is another way to do your Christmas paper, which is nice and quick. Now the last way, remember I was just saying to you there about, you know, wrapping your present. So let me see. What else have I got? Any presents? I have no presents handy. Oh, look. There's an old box that was sitting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up this gift. Okay, and I'll get it all wrapped up like that. Okay, so we get it all wrapped. And then what I'm going to do is, I've spilt my paint again, guys. I'm such a silly Billy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because it's now all wrapped, I'm going to do a nice wee Christmas scene on the front of the box. I'll put a couple of Christmas trees, and again, you guys can put whatever you fancy in it. I'm going to put up a wee house like that, a wee front door and two wee windows, wee chimney pot, and then I'm going to get, I'm actually going to use my paintbrush again with the white, and I'm going to pretend that there's snow on my trees like that. Put a wee bit there. Now obviously you're going to take a lot more time than I am just now, and I'll put a wee bit of snow on the roof of the house, and we'll put a wee bit of snow in the front garden and all over here. And there is my wee Christmas scene for the top of my present. So again, we can use all sorts of different things. We can use paint, we can use glue, we can put on some nice baubles, we can put buttons on it, and we can add our own wee drawings. So I mean, that's it. And that's how we make our own Christmas paper. But listen guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're getting very creative and that all your presents underneath the tree are looking amazing. But I want to show you one more wee thing. Now I'm nearly finished, not quite, but nearly. But I want to show you, has anybody ever heard of a Toblerone? Do you know the rectangular thing, sweets you get? It looks like that. Yes? Do you know what I've done? I bought some Toblerones and I got some red paper and I wrapped the Toblerone in the red paper and I just glued it down. And then once I'd done that, I drew around this triangle, and then I got the triangle and I cut it out and I made it into a hat. And then I added one of my pom-poms to the top of the hat. Then what I did was I popped the hat onto the top. Now can anybody see what I'm making? I wonder who this could be. Who wears a red coat with a red hat with a white pom-pom on the end? Does anybody know? I'll tell you what, I'll give you another clue. What I did then was I got my cotton wool out my bag, like this, and I pulled it all apart, and I got my glue stick, and I started to glue onto, oh, excuse me, a hat. So that then I had white fur around the hat, and then I popped it on the top. Now, does anybody know who it might be now? No? I'll give you another clue. I got some more cotton wool, pulled it all apart, got the sticky glue, and I did, oh, this. Does anybody know who it might be now? Absolutely. It's Santa Claus. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give these out to my friends. Now, I've still not finished. He needs a black belt and some buttons. And he also needs some eyes, which I'm going to use my googly eyes. You've all got googly eyes. And then I can hand these out to all my friends and say, Happy Christmas! And they'll think they've just got a Santa until they take off his hat and they find out it's a Toblerone. What do you think? Do you think you guys will maybe have a go at that? It's really quick and simple, and it's really effective. I love them. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to finish off my Santa, and the next time I see you, if I've finished him, because I'm very busy, I'll be able to show you I'm finished. And then the good thing is I can eat all the chocolate. So I hope you had fun, and I hope all your paper turns out great. Now remember, during the summer I was asking, can you take photographs? Can you send them in? Can you email them? If you want to send them by text. We would love to see all your work, and we would love to see what you're all getting up to with your Christmas crafts run up to Christmas. So have a great time, and I'll see you soon. Next time I see you, we are going to be writing our Santa's letter, and will we make some Play-Doh? That's what we'll do. We'll write our Santa's letter and we'll make some Play-Doh. So I'll see you all again soon. Bye. Have fun. 'Tis the season to be